Saudi Aramco Electrical Safety Qualifications 1. Personnel must have the required training and certification for operating or maintaining electrical equipment or when present within the approach boundary of such equipment. 2. Personnel must be certified in electrical hazard recognition training before working on electrical equipment, including switching electrical circuits. 3. Confirm that at least one member of each crew has obtained training and certification in first aid and basic life support prior to conducting electrical work. Work practices 1. When available, mitigation measures such as remote switching, remote racking, and energy-reducing maintenance switch, EMRS, in line with GI 2.721 must be used to switch and isolate all circuits before beginning work. Isolation, lockout, and use of hold tags to prevent the electrical circuits from being inadvertently energized. 2. All electrical circuits must be considered energized unless properly locked, tagged, cleared, and tried. 3. Disconnect power sources, test for zero voltage, and apply grounding when isolating electrical power equipment and circuits operated at 480 volts, V, or higher. 4. Do not work alone on energized electrical equipment except as permitted by Saudi Aramco requirements. 5. ARC-rated PPE in line with GI 2.721 as indicated on equipment-specific ARC flash labels must be worn when conducting electrical work that could involve exposure to an electrical arc flash. Level A, 0 to 1.2 Cal-cm2, Level B, 1 February 12 Cal-cm2, Level C, 12 to 40 Cal-cm2, Danger, greater than 40 calories per square centimeter, no live work allowed. 6. Visually inspect and perform an air test on rubber insulating gloves prior to each use. Test and tag insulating protective equipment and hot sticks per Saudi Aramco requirements using a qualified testing laboratory. 7. Do not wear rings, wristwatches, other jewelry, eyeglasses with metal frames, or other similar metallic objects while working within an arm's reach of rotating or energized electrical equipment. 8. Maintain safe distances per Saudi Aramco requirements when working near energized electrical equipment. 9. Ground non-current carrying metal parts of electrical equipment to prevent discharge of electricity. 10. Do not bypass or defeat any electrical interlocks by removing, modifying, or destroying them. 11. Remove blown fuses with approved fuse pillars and replace only with the proper type and rated fuse. 12. Use only non-conductive ladders, example, fiberglass, and insulated tools when working on or near energized equipment or conductors. 13. Use residual current devices, RCDs, including ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs, and earth leak circuit breakers, ELCBs, for all 110-220V portable electric power tools and temporary wiring installations. 14. Non-classified electrical equipment and tools shall not be used in electrically classified, hazardous areas. Only use equipment in electrically classified areas that is appropriately rated and marked to show the class, group, and operating temperature. 15. Substations must be posted with updated single-line drawings in order to quickly identify breakers for proper isolation in the event of an emergency. 16. Update electrical panel board lists frequently in order to quickly identify breakers for proper isolation in the event of an emergency. 17. Do not use substations, electrical, or battery rooms as storage or resting areas. Energized overhead power line. 1. Consider all power lines as energized until testing and grounding has confirmed they have been de-energized. 2. Check equipment and circuits for electrical potential after isolation and protective grounds have been applied. 3. Verify the operating voltage of overhead power lines and equipment prior to performing work on or near energized parts. 4. Erect guards or barriers, example, timber goalposts, to maintain required clearances when cranes or heavy equipment are operating near or in transit under energized overhead power lines. 5. Obtain clearance from the responsible Saudi Aramco organization prior to performing work on overhead power lines. 6. Ground all heavy equipment vehicles positioned near overhead power lines for any type of work. 7. Use approved hot sticks and integral poles, as part of a grounding set, to install and remove grounding cables. 8. Visually inspect live line tools, including hot sticks, before each use to identify defects, manufacturer's certification, and valid test date. Remove defective tools from the job site immediately. 9. Maintain the minimum distances indicated when any part of the crane, boom, mast, gin pole, or machinery of cranes or heavy equipment are used near or in transit under energized overhead power lines.